but you can lose. So amazing effort by the boys, and so pleased.
It looked on the replay as though Dele Alli was lucky not to be seriously injured. You looked very upset with the decision that it wasn't a red card.
Only Mr. Kevin Friend can explain why it was not a red card. Mr. Friend is in front of the screen, has the chance to watch and watch again what he did in the penalty. But in that situation, he decided that was not a red card.
When you create, I think it was 18 shots, you have to score.
Definitely.
Can you explain?
No.
Really?
No. I would like to find it, because if I would find a solution, I will try to work in that. So practice more mentality and let them feel that they are an incredible, fantastic team. So, but at the end, we have to score.
I'm so happy. It's a dream to make my debut here and in the Premier League, and to make a goal. It's fantastic.
Is it more pleasurable to beat a Pep Guardiola side?
Not at all. Not at all. It's a pleasure to get 3 points in a match that we knew that was going to be very, very difficult to get the 3 points. I have better feelings for Pep than you can imagine. We worked together 3 years, and not at all.
I'm sure he enjoyed it just a little bit, Jermaine.
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he did.
Like he did.
It was an incident-packed game, wasn't it? But let's take a look at what Mourinho was referring to there. The red card that was not given to Raheem Sterling on that challenge on Dele.
Yeah.
What, in your opinion, was he lucky to be on the pitch?
I thought he was fortunate, and that's based on the fact that previous challenges that we've seen given by VAR. He's late, he's high. I don't see how this is any different to the Aubameyang challenge. It's dangerous. What I would say, the Aubameyang challenge against Crystal Palace, sorry, but what I would say on this is I actually think that both referees got the decision right. So the referee with Aubameyang, the yellow card was upgraded. He originally gave a yellow card. And here I think Mike Dean gets it right as well. But, you know, based on VAR, you have to say that the decisions that have been given, I was very surprised to see Raheem Sterling stay on the pitch.
No, well, Mike, the Premier League have said that in real time there was no intent to endanger the opponent. Do you think that's kind of agreed? I mean, it's different when you see it in replays, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes when it's slowed down, it always looks a little bit worse than it actually is. I thought a yellow card was the right decision, and I thought the referee got the job right there on that occasion.
OK. Well, we saw the penalty. VAR took around 2 minutes to stop play to give that one for the foul on Aguero. Gundogan stepped up, he missed it, and then there was, of course, the incident between Lloris and Sterling. Discuss, gentlemen.
It was difficult because, for me, I don't think Sterling's dived, but at the same time, I think Lloris has pulled his arms away. So for me, I think the decision was, if you look at here, he pulls his arms away. Sterling's already going down, so I don't think he should have got another yellow card for that. And if you look here, Lloris, a little bit fortunate here because he's not got one leg on the line.
The allegiances are coming out here, aren't they?
And yeah, obviously, Lloris is very frustrated there after that because he thinks Sterling dived. But no, I wouldn't say that was a dive. I think the referee handle of the situation was brilliant.
Yeah, VAR upheld the decision to not give the penalty, and Mike Dean didn't give a yellow card either.
No, I think that was right. I mean, if I was Raheem Sterling, I was going down then, you know, because you got to ask the question. And I think Hugo put himself into a situation where, you know, he could have gone either way, but I just don't think there was enough evidence for it to be a penalty. So, you know, the fact that they left it alone was the right decision. OK, well, there were a couple of people who did think it should have been a yellow card. Take a look at this footage. I mean, all Spurs fans were very happy at this point when Hugo Lloris said, saved the penalty. Look at that, Mourinho, happy as anything, drinking his water. And now look at his assistant, João Sacramento. And watch this from Mourinho. Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Have you ever seen him run that fast? Out of his seat.
I think he's pulled his hamstring.
It's fantastic, isn't it? But on another note, with City and their penalty takings, we've seen Jesus miss a couple. Gundogan has taken a couple. And Pep Guardiola has said after this game that it's between Aguero and Gundogan to decide who takes the penalty. However, Sergio Aguero has scored his last 9 penalties in the Premier League. The last time he lost one in the Premier League or missed one rather, was back in 2016. When he's on the pitch, Jermaine, is it a surprise that he's not stepping up?
A huge surprise. I mean, I think the last one he probably missed, possibly against Hugo Lloris in the Champions League.
Indeed.
I still don't think that plays a part. You know, when you are Sergio Aguero and you've scored all those goals, I don't remember there ever being a time where he's on the pitch for Manchester City and he's not been the penalty taker. So, I mean, Pep says that decision has come from the players of making that decision. I don't see a scenario where Gundogan and Sergio are having a conversation and he goes, yeah, I'll let you take it. So
I just think because Gundogan scored against Fulham last week in the FA Cup, maybe he just had that confidence. But I agree with you, as a striker, you know, if you get an opportunity to score, especially a penalty, you've got to take it, especially if you're Aguero as well.
Agree.
Yeah, OK, speaking of City kind of having that opportunity to score, I mean, when you look at that first half, they should have put this to bed back then, shouldn't they? They had so many chances to win this.
Yeah, I was quite critical of City against United, but today I thought they was just unlucky, just missed that final, you know, that killer instinct in front of goal. They dominated, they had 18 attempts on goal. De Bruyne here, you expect him to score there, especially with the form that he's been in. And Aguero, any time he's in the six-yard box, you expect him to score. And it just happened time and time again. He's put through here, and he gets a little bit unlucky here because it actually takes 2 deflections. But City kept probing and probing, and today it just wasn't their game, you know. Aguero there, you'd put your mortgage on him to score that, and we all have an off day. This is probably the best chance of them all. Sergio hits, just blocked on the 9, but Sterling, just a nice caress pass to Bernardo Silva, and he puts it to Gundogan, and he puts it away. But yeah, both City players running towards the same ball, and it just summed up City's day today. I just thought they had everything but just that killer instinct in front of goal.
Some great stats, like you said, 18 shots on target for City against Tottenham's 3, and of course they scored 2 of them, but also touches in the opposition box, 50 for Manchester City against 11 for Tottenham. Are Tottenham becoming the bogey team for City?
Well, I mean, obviously, if you go off the game earlier on in the season, VAR got involved with that, the Champions League, VAR situation today, they will probably start to feel that way, yeah.
Yeah, OK. Well, someone caught your eye today. That was Harry Winks, the birthday boy today as well, 24th birthday today.
Well, I just thought, look, I thought himself and Lo Celso in midfield was solid throughout. I thought it was a real good team performance, but I have to say that Winks just slightly tips it for me in terms of the control that he has in there. We know he's good on the ball. We know the things that he does in an England shirt and for Tottenham. But, you know, things like this, very cool, calm and collected, under pressure, little shimmy, gets out of that one and finds his man. But it was actually the other side of the game that I was more impressed with today. The amount of times that he actually sensed danger in those positions that City love to operate in. How many times have you seen De Bruyne there with a bit of time and space, whips that ball into the box and you've got a problem? Here again with Kyle Walker, sensing danger. It was massively important. And any time he could get on the ball and do what he does best, he did that. I just thought it was a really accomplished display by him, and he actually obviously had the most pivotal moment in the game, staying alert to the short corner, couple bursts of pace from him, and sucks in Zinchenko to a poor challenge really in terms of his experience. He should know better than that, Zinchenko, but the game hinged on that moment and he was part of it.
Yeah, absolutely, because 3 minutes later we saw Tottenham's new signing Steven Bergwijn brought in just midweek for 27 million from PSV Eindhoven. And it was a brilliant goal, wasn't it? Great control, great finish.
Yeah, it was a brilliant finish from him. He actually starts against the, just on the corner here. And Spurs look a little bit, you know, the clearance from Kyle Walker. If you look at the pass there from Moura, it looks like he's going to go one way and he fades to go over. Slight possible handball there, Jermaine.
No handball.
Yeah, it was a great finish.
You know what it was? It was a really special moment for him. You know, obviously when you make your debut at a club, as you know, as he has done today, against a team like Manchester City, where you're going to be right up against it, for him to have that moment, you know, it's one that he'll never forget. And you could see by the celebrations, it was a special one. For absolutely delighted for him.
Yeah, absolutely. This is always a spicy encounter, isn't it? We're enjoying that one. OK, Burnley against Arsenal is still to come. Time now, though, for January's goal of the month, and you have 7 to choose from.
today to edge it. I thought the chances we created, a couple of golden ones, they had one as well, to be fair, from a header from the left where they got a good ball in. But I think we've kept them to pretty meagre chances, and I think we've created enough today to score and done well enough to keep the clean sheet. Another clean sheet, by the way, so I'm pleased with that.
What does today tell you? You must have learnt a lot about your side today then.
A lot. There are a lot of things. The resilience that we showed defensively to try to deal with a lot of balls in the box, but as well that we need to improve the quality of our play, and we have to generate more situations and be more calm and be more cool, and we need more end product.
You're a local boy, you know your Burnley history. September 1974, when Peter Noble scored a winning goal at Highbury. You could have been the latest to do so. A little bit of disappointment that you haven't followed him.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that, it's really annoying me. It's, I shouldn't even give anyone a chance there. It should be in the back of the net.
It was interesting, you're not a manager who sort of conceals his emotions. You were getting frustrated with the number of times Arsenal players were going to the deck. What was so incensing you about that?
No, not at all. I never get frustrated about it, as you know. I very rarely mention it, actually. So I'm all good. I think the game's in a fantastic state with that side of things.
Says what he means what he says. Kind of.
As usual.
Well, this game was a funny one because it's incredible that it finished 0-0. Jermaine, Arsenal started so well, but they fell away very quickly, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. I thought Arsenal were poor in the end. They really were. I think, listening to Arteta, he was totally right. But, look, this is where Burnley, I think, struggled initially. Ozil was getting into these great positions in the first half of the game, and they were able to find him very easily, Arsenal were. Getting in behind, Ozil puts them on the attack. And this is why, really, the midfield of Burnley's pushing high. The defence is dropping deep, and in doing so creates this huge amount of space for Ozil to operate in midfield. It doesn't take a lot from Guendouzi to get a little bit of space. Bang, finds his man. Arsenal are on the attack again. So this is like 15, 20 minutes into the game. What I loved is they figured it out. Whether it was between them or whether it was Sean Dyche that sorted it out, they figured it out. They started to drop a lot deeper. The lines of the midfield and the defence are a lot closer together now. It's much more difficult for Ozil to get onto the ball. And it actually changed the momentum of the game. Arsenal started to find it much more difficult to get into their rhythm. Burnley started to get closer to the Arsenal team, and in doing so, winning the ball much higher up the park. I thought Dwight McNeil had a great game, creating opportunities for himself like that. But actually, it was winning first balls, winning second balls, doing the horrible stuff that Arsenal just weren't prepared to do today. Look at this, they win the first one, Burnley. Burnley win the second ball. It's up in the air again. Can anybody win this one? Of course, it's a Burnley man. Fourth ball picked up by a Burnley man. Overlapping run by Taylor. Anybody going to track him? No. Gets slid in. Ball gets put into the box. Now, the recycling of the ball constantly, whether it was out wide with Taylor or on this side here with Hendrick, was always very good as well. They picked up every single ball and hit Arsenal where they were vulnerable. Get that ball in the box again, win another ball, Burnley, and that should have hit the back of the net, as Jay Rodriguez said. It was a dominant display by Burnley, not only from a footballing point of view, but, that character and strength that they shown, Arsenal just weren't missing in that second half.
It was gritty, it was organised. I mean, they didn't get that goal, as you said, but you were impressed by the defenders.
Oh, Burnley's two centre-backs were just outstanding today. I was fortunate enough to play with Ben Mee through the academy, and today I thought him and Tarkowski was absolutely incredible. Although Arsenal didn't pose too much of a great threat, they just did the simple things, and they did the simple things very well. Distances, tackles. Look at this. Lacazette is favourite to get that, and Tarkowski, sharp awareness, gets back and makes a great tackle. It happened time and time and time again. See it there on the replay? Look at the desire to get back and win. Burnley was in a bit of a relegation fight a couple of weeks ago, and if they want to stay in this league, defending like this, Ben Mee again, great position, lovely header out. This is later on in the game. The concentration they kept throughout the game was just brilliant, and lovely tackle there. And it just epitomised what Burnley wanted to do throughout the game. There was, like Jermaine said, first, second, third, fourth balls. They won them all day, and they deserved the point today. They really did, if not deserved to win.
Yeah, you agree with that?
I think they should have won the game. Just simple as that. They created way more chances and definitely should have won the game today. I'd be disappointed, Sean Dyche.
Yeah, absolutely. OK, well, the winner of January's Goal of the Month is still to come, but there were 8 games yesterday. Let's take a look at the best of the action then, starting at Vicarage Road.